What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, if you've been on the internet for at least 2 seconds this morning, there's a really good chance you saw there was a massive leak for Avengers concept art for official scenes for the movie. Now, there's a lot I want to go over in this video, but some things I want to say right up front. Number one, how this happened was an official concept artist for Marvel uploaded these concept slides to his art station, perhaps thinking they were hidden or for a private link. Either way, members of the public were able to see them, and he's since removed that link. But the internet never forgets, and there are a ton of details in all of these concept arts. Literally characters who have never met before, the formation of the Young Avengers, a whole new look at what Planet Hulks could be, and even a casting, literally a casting for Black Panther. We're going to go over all these frames. I'm going to point out some details that other people have noticed and some that they haven't. I see people guessing as to what they're looking at, and I see some people being very wrong. I'm going to include the slides in this video, and if Marvel should come through and try to take this video down, which they may, which would also be really silly because those photos are on literally every Twitter and Instagram account, I will repost the video with those slides removed and have them on my social media. In the meantime, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. If you're into this kind of content for the next 2 Avengers movies, this is our bread and butter. This is what this channel was built on, and I will be covering every little aspect, leak, rumor, or confirmed news regarding both of those films. This is where you want to be. Make sure you're subbed. Let's jump into the slides. Okay, this is the first one. God Emperor Doom in his white and armor appearance from the 2015 Jonathan Hickman run is flanked by 2 sets of people. Number one, to his right, there's a variant of Doctor Strange. On his left, there's what looks like to be Sue Storm and maybe Franklin Richards. There's a prisoner kneeling in front of him who's held by none other than Yelena Belova. Now, just a reminder between slides, none of the concept art we see in this video might actually end up making the film. They always make a ton of concept art, and we can take context clues from the 2015 Jonathan Hickman's run. Obviously, Doctor Strange is working as his sheriff, as he did in the story, and Yelena Belova may be working for him as a bounty hunter. Now, I've seen people say based on this image, it looks like they went back in time to medieval times or the Victorian era. I think by that frame and this next one here that has the multiple Hulks that we're going to break down in full, that they're actually in Latveria. They're in an iteration of Doomsday somewhere in Battleworld. Now in this frame right here, you can clearly see Bruce Banner's Hulk, She-Hulk, and his son Scar. Notice Bruce Banner's Hulk not really dressed like a Professor Hulk, but even more interesting about this shot is look behind Hulk. There are 2 more Hulks. In fact, everyone in this shot that is facing the camera except for one person is a green-faced iteration of a Hulk character. I wonder if this is implying a Planet Hulks, or again, if this will be set in Battleworld as well. Now, if you wonder where Spectral Vision or Star-Lord have been or what they've been up to since we last saw the 2 of them, don't worry, they've just been a couple of bachelors doing bachelor things in a bachelor pad. I mean, look at this apartment. They're both chilling on the couch watching TV. Star-Lord has a beer in his hand. There's like a full glass of whiskey in the foreground. I don't know about those apples. That's a little weird, but an obvious pizza, and there's some liquor bottles. There's a wine bottle completely in the foreground. They've been hanging out. They've been drinking. Not real sure how Spectral Vision ran back into Star-Lord, but it looks like they've been having a great time. Now here's the shot that's going to have everyone talking. It's a concept key for a scene where we see T'Challa standing in front of what looks like the entrance to Wakanda, but it's actually Damson Idris in the costume. They literally used a real actor's face for the concept art. Now this does not mean in any way that he's been cast or playing the role. Concept artists will often do this for placeholders, but remember we saw that concept art of Daniel Craig as Boulder the Brave for the Illuminati scene. It came out that it was just a timing thing and it didn't work out. I wonder if this literally is implying that Damson Idris might be our next Black Panther. This next one though is crazy. It's Wong and Star-Lord meeting up with what looks like an iteration of the Young Avengers. Everyone that you would expect to be there, like Catherine Lang, they're all there. But behind Miss Marvel is none other than X-Men character Dupe. Aman Vellani helped rewrite the story of Miss Marvel into an X-Men character, and now here she is, what looks like the Young Avengers. Presumably she formed from the post-credit scene we last saw her in the Marvels, and she's already recruited Dupe. Also, it looks like, according to this, that Wiccan actually went and was able to find his brother, because that's him standing right behind him. And the last shot we got is of none other than just God Emperor Doom sitting on his throne, contemplating again in what I think is very clearly Doomstadt in his castle in Latveria instead of, say, well, the throne that's where Loki is sitting right now in the middle of the multiverse. Now, there are a lot of things about these photos that don't make any sense. How did any of them get there? Are they our 616 characters, or rather variants from across the multiverse that have ended up here? And are they even cognizant of the fact that the setting has completely changed? In the 2015 Jonathan Hickman run, Doom does one of the most messed up things he's ever done to Reed Richards, and when he reforms this reality, he makes it so that Sue Storm is his wife, and that his kids, like Franklin Richards, are actually Victor Von Doom's kids. He steals Reed Richards' family in this new made reality to torment Reed Richards, and it looks like that's what's happening there in that frame, as well as his sheriff being Doctor Strange. These are things right from the comics, but two things to keep in mind. Number one, the Russos have gone out of their way to tease this radical story, as they put it, that's going to challenge fans. I don't think they're going story beat for beat right out of the comics from Jonathan Hickman. They've never done that anyway. This story sounds very different. It's just the imagery that's pretty iconic that it looks like is showing up here, with maybe some of the similarities in the story. Number two, and this is so important to remember, Marvel Studios always has multiple concept artists making way more concept art than they ever need, not just for costumes, but for everything. And sometimes, some of these scenes don't even make it in the movie. We've seen this from official Marvel artists like Andy Parkhart and some others, where they've had these scenes, or this isn't the way that it went, but at one point we were going to have XY do XYZ, and that's sort of the thing that could be coming out now. And I really feel for this comic artist, because it's pretty assured he did not mean to post this, but I will also say that at a time, again, when the hype is now building for Daredevil, but it seemed like we were in a lull right before Avengers, Secret Wars, and Doomsday start filming, you will never convince me that Marvel Studios isn't taking a page out of Sony's book recently and running this stuff out there. Like, it just is going to create so much more buzz when it's leaked like this, instead of just being official quotes coming out of one of the top brass. And surely the higher ups, the marketing people over there who are paid a lot of money to pay attention to these kind of metrics, are going to see a ridiculous, insane spike today when this comes out and realize PR agents, although usually very overpriced, are usually right. There's no bad PR. If you're getting attention and getting talked about and for free, yeah, okay, these leaked out, but guess what? These are similar to pages right out of the Jonathan Hickman comic book. We've already seen some of this. We already speculated some of this. No harm, no foul. You guys let me know all your thoughts though down below. Hey, if you picked up on a detail that I missed, that's what the comments are for. Please drop them down there. If it's good enough, and sometimes like they do, we'll make a whole theory out of it. It's happened before. So if you want to go eagle-eyed, if you want to play Sherlock Holmes on these, by all means do so. Let me know what I missed in the comments. Also, how do you feel about any and all of this? Does this make you more hype? What the heck is going on in this film? We need a theory follow-up video based on these, and very soon. Promise that's coming to the channel. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Guys, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s. We do it for every Marvel drop. The next one is for the finale of Daredevil. If you want to be entered to win, just be a sub and leave a comment on the video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires, especially if this video is taken down. You can go see the concept art, look at it as long as you want there. It'll be on my Instagram. And thanks for checking out the video and the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you hit the sub button. But if you don't know where is, no one will know. I would just really appreciate it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.